What's going on, guys? So what are we up to today? Well, last week we padded up the seat. You guys are with me for that. This week what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you. Let me open the door here first and show you what's going on. I'm going to turn on my HIDs. Okay, and what we got here is, I'm gonna clean that, by the way. I mean, there's a little bit of corrosion, but what's happening is there's just too much voltage drop. By the time it gets to where the ballast is powered up, you know, from the original headlamp right here, it's just not enough juice. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put in 2 relay kits. I'm also gonna bring the high beams in. Bring those down low, and then we're going to fire up all 4 of the lights whenever we cruise down the road. So that's the objective. We're going to document it in case anybody else wants to try it. Over and out. What's up, guys? So what are we going to do? We're going to take off this piece here first. I'm going to use an 11 because that works, right? It's obviously it's standard, but this does cross over to an 11. So I'm going to pop this piece of plastic off here real quick. These 2 in here, I believe, are a 10. Ta-da! And that pretty much pops off. Okay, so what have we done? So far I've removed the negative terminal, and I cleaned it up very well. And as you can see, for this headlamp right here, this headlamp ballast, you can see the first one right here is actually feeding its ground from the negative post from the battery. Then the positive lead, right, comes back to the relay, which is right here, right? Okay, and then we have a connector that comes from the relay, right, to the original headlamp. Now all this original headlamp does now is just fire up this relay, which only takes a few milliamps, right? And when the relay closes, it now connects this power lead, right, directly with that power lead that's going into the ballast. So therefore we're getting the power directly from the battery, which is getting its power directly from the alternator. So you can see the path to get to the ballast is much shorter than originally, right? Because before, right, the battery was routed to the fuse block inside the cab, from the fuse block to the headlamp, from the headlamp switch to the headlights. So you can see there's probably a good 20 foot of copper before it actually makes it to the bulb. So that was the reason why we were having a flicker. So what I've done on top of that too is I've also now tapped into high beam, which all I did was I took that same connector that would have went to the high beam connector, and then just connected it into the same 2 wires that go into this. So now the low beam will trigger, right? And then what I've also done is I've kept all the original wiring back in place. So whenever I go for an inspection, I can hook my high beams right back up. But I want to go back to the factory lights, I can just unplug these and plug them back up. There's the fuses for both circuits. And anyways, I've got these 2 done. I've got this one done, and as you can see, I just grounded it right here to the chassis. And then I've got this one, but I'm gonna have to extend this one because it's just a little bit short. All my wiring is done. Okay, everything is in. I just need to trim all the tie wraps. Everything is connected. Basically what we're gonna do now is we're gonna start the car up. I'm not gonna turn the headlamps on yet, because when I crank it up, it's gonna be on high idle. And at high idle, even before, the lights didn't flicker. You know, because, you know, we're, putting out max juice out of the out of the alternator at that point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start it up, and then I'm going to let it warm up, put it on low idle, and then I'll test them out. All right. Okay, team. She's at low idle. You know what? I'm gonna shut it down. I'm gonna shut it down and turn them on. What a difference. I cannot wait. Look at them warmed up now. Man, that is some serious light. I cannot wait. Wow. LEDs, I'm sorry guys. There's a reason why HIDs are still on airplanes. Longevity. If you do these right and wire them up right, 5 to 7 years. Yep, look great. So you can clearly see the high beams are they're up there. I think I'll bring that low beam. I'll maybe bring that low beam down just a little bit itself too. So let's see how we're gonna do this. Yep, it is Phillips. Okay, so one of those is going to be for, I kind of like where that's at already. See this one right here will take the beam and it'll angle it to the left or angle it to the right. So right now we've got to, just need to bring it down. It should be, God, it's so light. Right there. I don't know if you can see that in there. There it is. It's that first Phillips, not the second one. The second one is the retainer. In there. Well, not bad. Okay. We're maxed there. There it is. Ooh. That is nice. Got nice. Maybe just a tad bit high, which is good because I can bring this one down. So this project is done. I did put a more heavy duty fusible link in here. I did end up finding the weakest link. Now another good thing that came out of this is I thought maybe the relays failed. So I went ahead and put two 50 amp real relays in there. These are from the ones I use for my business. They're really heavy compared to the ones that were in there. So you can see our main feed is coming from this post right here. Dual fuses. And anyways, I just want to show you the kind of voltage that we're getting. And that's great. That's what these kind of lights need, right? And that's at idle. That's at slow idle. So, you know, cruising, we're probably hitting 14.2, 14.5. But anyways, that's going to all.
it in, then get your clips in, turn it around back for me, and you are ready.
Nice.